Hey guys, how you all doing? Rob here from Awesome Fitness, and I'm going to dive straight into another video that fingers crossed is really going to help you out. Okay, so the topic that we're going to cover today is probably the most discussed topic in the fitness industry, and that's cutting carbohydrates. Okay, so a lot of people out there, a lot of people approach me, I'm cutting carbs, I'm reducing carbs, only to see them about 2-3 weeks later. Sure, they got results short term, but it's gone on really quick. It's completely demoralized them and they've gone back. Okay, I'm sure most people out there have actually done this diet. 9 out of 10 people, I'm willing to guarantee, have tried it. And even if you don't think you have, going on the quick fix diets, guys, I don't need to name them, you know what they are. This is exactly what it did to you, okay? So, carbohydrates. Before we go into it, guys, okay, you've got fats, you've got proteins, and you've got carbohydrates, okay? They are your three macronutrients. Now, a lot of people out there, they cut carbohydrates out of their diet because they've read somewhere, they've heard somewhere that it's good for you, and you're going to drop fat and you're going to lose weight fast. Guys, that is correct, okay? By cutting carbs out of your diet, you will crash diet, you will lose weight, not necessarily body fat, but you will lose a lot of weight, you will reduce in size, and it will happen pretty damn quick, okay? Within the space of 2 weeks, you will massively reduce the size of your body. However, here's the problem, okay? A lot of people out there seem to think that cutting carbs is the only way to lose weight, that it's the answer to all their problems. Guys, it is not. Okay, so the carbohydrates, if we look at these now, okay, your proteins, your fats, and your carbohydrates, and just to keep it nice and simple, we regard these as 1,000 calories each. Okay, so each one of these is 1,000 calories. For all you clever people out there that's cut out carbohydrates from your diet, all you've done is you stripped 1,000 calories from your diet. Okay, so you're now left with 2,000 calories, well done. All you've done is a calorie controlled diet, okay? You could have lost that weight just the same without cutting out the carbohydrates by reducing a certain amount of all of these, okay? It's as simple as that. You haven't reinvented the wheel by cutting out carbohydrates. All you've done is you stripped the calories that those carbohydrates contained, you've stripped them from your diet, okay? You haven't replaced them, because you're on a low carb, high fat, high protein diet, okay, so you haven't replaced them, you just stripped 1,000 calories of that contained, okay? Now here's the interesting thing, so I'm sure a lot of people will rip me apart, but guys, I want to keep this simple so that the majority can understand it rather than the people that know a little bit. Okay, so carbohydrates, essentially 80% of them are stored inside your muscles, okay, and a lot of water volume is held within the carbohydrates. So by stripping carbohydrates, okay, you strip your 1,000 calories a diet, 1,000 calories a day from your diet, those 1,000 calories are gone, okay? So yes, now your body's got no carbohydrates, so therefore it's got to burn fat as fuel, therefore ketosis, okay? Brilliant. So we're left with the 2,000 calories. Now, what also is happening is, inside your body, your muscles are reduced in size, your body is reduced in size, everything is reduced in size because there's no carbohydrates left inside your muscles, and the water volume is gone, okay, with those carbohydrates. Hence why people can have, can lose 12 to 14 pounds in the first 2 weeks by stripping carbs. Problem that comes from there is then, okay, your results stop. You get no more because you haven't reduced your body fat. All you've done is reduce the carbs from your muscles, okay, you've reduced the size, you've taken the water from the muscles, your results have stopped. Okay, they will not go any further now, and to a certain degree, you're actually going to start burning muscle as fuel opposed to fat, depending on where your body fat levels are. But that's another story. Okay, so by cutting out carbs from your diet, all you've done is you have reduced 1,000 calories from your diet. You've stripped the carbohydrates and the water from the muscles, so you've decreased. How likely is it that you're going to be able to strip carbs from your diet forever? Okay, it's very, very, very unlikely because all the stuff that we like to eat contains carbohydrates. And the problem is, as soon as you start eating the carbs, well, guess what? Your muscles really like, okay, to be full. They really like carbohydrates inside them because that provides them the energy. So they start to store the carbohydrates. With the carbohydrates comes the water, and then boom, you're back to your normal size after 3 weeks, and you're a little bit gutted, you're a little bit pissed off, and you've taken a massive step back. So guys, so that in a nutshell is why we don't cut out carbs from your diet. However, I'm not saying, the carbs are good and carbs are bad. Carbs are certainly the enemy when it comes to certain types of carbs. Okay, so everyone knows that, your pops should be avoided like the plague. Your diet and your full fat, they should be avoided like the plague. Sweets, cakes, biscuits are ram-packed full of sugar. Everyone knows that they're not good carbs. Okay, but if you're looking at a brown rice, you're looking at sweet potatoes, you're looking at oats, guys, they are really good carbs and they shouldn't be cut from your diet. So whereas carbs aren't your number one enemy, they are to be respected, okay, because they are probably the biggest contributor to people gaining weight. But by losing weight, by stripping out carbs, you haven't reinvented the wheels, guys, okay? And you will put it back on 99% of the time. Guys, really hope that helped you out. Take care.